Hello there, this is DBT and these are the rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 8. And today, finally, after so very long, I'm gonna finally do a protest on the car that you see on the screen right now. And that is the SRT Dodge Challenger SRT8. And oh boy, have I been waiting for this time for a very long time. I'll explain. But before I jump into it, if you enjoy my content, you know what to do. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, because doing this thing tells YouTube that this is worth recommending to more people, and in that way, I can continue making this content for you. So if you want to continue seeing some more Asphalt 8 right here, let me know by hitting like and subscribing right here. But alright, Dodge Challenger SRT8. What is the deal with it? Well, this car has avoided me for a very long time. You could even say that it has dodged me for a long time. Alright, so right now you may know, I already talked about it, it was a free car in the current racing pass, which finally I made it into level 8, so now I was able to unlock the car, and oh boy am I happy about it. For some reason this has been very rare. I missed out on getting it whenever, since again I've been playing for a while now, some like 4 or 5 years or something, and I never paid attention to this car, and eventually when I started collecting more and more cars in the game, I realized that I was missing this one. It's like, well, why is it nowhere to be found? Not for tokens, not in any way at all. So like, well, maybe someday I'll get it. And finally, the opportunity arrived, and now it is mine. But as you can see, I have it at stock, so you know what's up. I'm gonna have to upgrade it. So it's at 1187. So there's a possibility for an MP tune of the 1230 bracket. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, I think this next one should put it somewhere close. 1219. So wait, no, it's 1230. So there's still a chance to take this to 10. Yes, it is. Oh, look at that. And we still have some room for more. So, all right, let's see. I don't know if this is gonna work. I might shoot it over. 25. We're doing okay. Let's risk it. Let's risk it. 27. No, we're actually doing quite all right. All right, no, we can do another one. 27, 29. All right, the next one, it is kind of dangerous. It might go over. Probably not. I think we're safe. Yeah, I think we should be doable. So let's check, and 31. There we go. We found it. 1230 MP tune, which is going to be 00410, and that focuses mostly on acceleration as much as possible, obviously. But hey, so there it is. But again, I'm not going to MP tune it. I'm going to pro it. So let me just continue spending my resources. A bunch of resources later. There we go. Finally pro'd out. Oh man, I'm telling you, I've been waiting for this car for so long. Somehow this became a unicorn in my garage, but there it is. Now let's look at it with tuning kit on. And a word to the wise, if you're looking for this car in the garage, it's not under Dodge, it's actually under SRT as the brand. So yes, I don't know how that works. I wonder if that's like a tuned version. I have no idea, but there it is with the tuning kit. As I always say, this information is not particularly useful because it doesn't tell us a whole lot of anything. So the real test is, of course, by playing multiplayer. But I should probably mention that I haven't done a single race in multiplayer, so this is really legit. I don't know how. Is it gonna take me out of here? Is it gonna allow me to rank up? Who knows? Now I'm gonna be straight up with you. Oh, look at Ron Gamer with the DBT hoodie. Let's go. For anybody that is wondering, still no word on how people will be able to get the DBT hoodie again, if possible at all. But hey, I've asked Gamelove, but they still haven't told me anything, so oof. But anyway, yeah, let's be real about this. I don't really expect a lot from this car in terms of performance, because it's a Dodge. No, I'm kidding. No, simply because there's some very strong cars in this bracket anyway. There's the Countach, there's the Aston Martin DB9 something. There is Infinity Project Black Special Edition, which is there over there. There over there. There you go, DBT. All right, so let's go with triple tap. And all right, so far nobody out-accelerated me there, so that's kind of cool. I'm switching to Perfect Nitro for the sake of, well, trying to conserve some nitro. It actually doesn't look too terrible. Not that I was expecting it to be terrible, but hey, at least it's not super bad. By the way, I'm playing this in, let's see, somewhere in the middle of the first week of multiplayer. So obviously, it's not gonna be the most challenging, you know, moment of the season. That would be in the first couple of days. So hey, it is what it is. All right, still, I think it serves a purpose to show you some test of the cars regardless of which point of the season is, though there's an argument to be made like, hey, but you're not playing against the absolute tryhards that are knocking down everybody and whatnot and bringing the best cars. Yeah, that's true, but hey, again, there's only so much that I can control in these videos in order to try to do one of these tests. For now, for this unicorn of a car, my first race is gonna be a... Look at that. I never thought I was gonna be excited about driving a Dodge Challenger. All right, so there we go. All right, at first place, flat 50 points. Very nice, very nice. And defeating a Asphalt and a Project Lag Special Edition. Everyone else was unboosted. Now for our second race, we're in Transylvania, and I really didn't pay attention which version of the track it is, but it doesn't seem... Oh no, okay, I got scared there for a second. I'm like, is that Citadel Crash? No, it's not even the correct direction for it, but hey. Right, so I started with Perfect Nitro. Again, the acceleration, I don't know if it's that the acceleration is good, or is it that the people that I'm racing against are not going with triple tap at the start. But either way, I didn't feel like spending a ton of nitro over there, so yes. I'll tell you right away, the car is definitely heavy to drive. It doesn't have the best handling out there. Then again, it's a Dodge Challenger, so what would you expect? Yeah, I'm gonna be making some jokes about the Dodge. Some jokes. Oh Jesus Christ, can you speak? All right, left side before I get distracted going the wrong route. Yeah, so definitely it's a bit on the heavier side, but so far, and again, obviously this is not an objective experience yet at all. It probably won't be. But so far the acceleration seems to be doing all right. So it would sort of kind of match that archetype of the good accelerator with bad handling, right? It kind of fits there. So, oh god, never mind. I was going for that yellow nitro bottle, but never mind. I kind of bounced on the wall. Obviously we still don't know anything about the drift or anything like that, but the handling definitely on the heavy side, so keep that in mind. Not that that's terrible, so long as the car can drift decently, it should be alright. Or if it has decent micro drift capabilities, but I'm no bueno at that, so let's just not pay attention to it. Let's pretend that I tested it and that I gave you a very accurate judgment on that, and this is a first place. Look at that, 2 first places in a row. Wow. Okay, cool. 49 points this time. Okay, everybody. Okay, never mind. Everybody was either on the ranked or on boosted, so yeah, not much that I can talk about in the performance of this car so far. Okay, now this is gonna be a test to the nitro. I was gonna say drift, no, nitro duration of my car, but again, I'm gonna go for perfect nitro. Oh, we started in the front. Let's see if there's anybody that will be putting up a fight. Again, as we saw in the previous race, there's a lot of people who are right now playing on boosted or on the rank, so oof. And then the game puts me on front. Hey, I'm not complaining, all right? Get all of that nitro barely. Nice. Yeah, by the way, I was steering all the way there to the right. So again, you can tell that the handling on this thing is kind of low. So keep that in mind. But I don't think it's unmanageable. So yes. All right. So far, nitro looking pretty decent, I think. Is this a car with nice nitro duration? I have no clue. Again, I'm so confused now. Oh god. Yeah, look at the lead that I have over everybody else. I'm willing to say that probably nobody was triple boosted on this race, or if they are, they're on the ranked. That is my guess. I don't know. I know that there are some cars that were on the rank because I saw them when the lobby was filling up. But still, this insanely convincing of a result. I think this is probably going to be the very first time ever in a pro test that I get 3 W's in a row. Maybe first time to get 3 W's in a video at all, period. So yeah, make of that what you will. But no, again, I think it just has to do with the fact that I'm probably playing against players who are unboosted, on the ranked, and experience, whatever. And again, it's not that I'm playing super late in the season. Again, I'm recording this in, what is it today? Wednesday? No, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. So the season only started, what? A day and a half ago, 2 days ago at most. So, yep. That's why I wanted to record this as quickly as possible. I still obviously needed to unlock the car in the racing pass, so it took a bit, but hey, that's gonna be another first. Jesus, what is happening? Is it Tuesday though? I'm starting to doubt myself. Yeah, it is Tuesday. Okay, so you're seeing this video on a Wednesday, hopefully. So yeah, I recorded this yesterday from the time that you're seeing it, but still, it's oh no, look at that. Okay, no, never mind. Yeah, not fully boosted, not fully boosted at all. Quad boosted, but incredibly underranked. Yeah, all right. And the only one that was of the bracket and triple boosted proper actually quit the race. Oof. But it's time for a spiral drift test. Let's see how this thing drifts. I have no idea. Actually, I don't even know what is the standard for a Class D car of this bracket, but hey, let's try it out anyway. Hey, that's not too bad. It's not super sharp or anything, but that was not wide at all, so nice. And here we go for a second attempt. Let's see how we do. You know what? It feels like it starts to drift, like the car turns super quickly. I think this car could probably do some pretty good micro drifts. Now let's check it in the opposite direction because yes. Ooh, Audi e-tron Special Edition. Lovely looking car. But anyway, so yes, let's see in this direction. But notice how when I started drifting, instantly it turns. It's very aggressive in the way that it does it. Or it feels that way. I don't know. I could be wrong about this. Again, all of my quote-unquote reviews are insanely subjective. Ooh, and look at this old school versus newer school matchup we have in this race. Again, this is gonna be the time to wall test, but I want you to see. Look at that. Oh yeah, old school, new school. I like it. Anyway, so yeah, look at this. Perfect outspeeding of my opponent. That is fantastic. That is super rare in the time to wall test. So hey, that's as clean as that's gonna get. We don't need a second attempt here. But I'm still testing it in gauge drift for the sake of, you know, doing the test on this direction as well, rather in this particular mode where there's no AI, so it's as clean a reading as it can possibly be. Jesus Christ. And there you go. That's the other time to wall. Now, before we go back into the multiplayer testing of the car, I want to show you the colors available because it does have some colors and some of them look pretty cool. I already showed it to you in black in the time to wall test and all of that stuff. This is the color that we started with, the red one. We also have it on green, which is kind of cool. It seems to be like a yellowy highlight on a not so yellowy green. We got it also on blue, in orange, which actually kind of looks dope. I like how the stripes become black. We got it also in very strange over here. The car is white with red stripes. But if you notice the color down here, for some reason it looks like a weird mix. That's not the case at all. I think this is meant to indicate that it's gonna have white. That's why it's kind of white at the top and red at the bottom. Is that what it is? I don't get it. Either way, yeah, I think that's what it is. Because then we have this fancy dual tone of bluish with green and the white stripe. And finally this other one as well. So fancy colors, but, ooh, we have a Hellcat song. Huh? You know, like a Dodge Hellcat. Okay. Whatever. There's some liveries available for this car. Obviously, you can only get at the moment for vouchers. Oh, I have to collect them like this. Okay. For vouchers, but still, here they are in case you're curious. At some point in the past, you could buy them, obviously, for credits, but no longer the case. So, yes. There's that one, which actually looks kind of dope. Now, I have a couple that I did buy. Even though I did not own the car, I did buy some of these liveries simply because, hey, at the time when they were still credits and we knew that they were going to be changed to vouchers, I decided to buy a bunch of liveries for a bunch of cars, even if I didn't own them. I bought the ones that I thought were the coolest, but hey, whatever. And also the ones that I could buy for credits, because look at this thing. That's so peculiar. Interesting. Some of them you could buy only for tokens at a time when tokens were not free to play. So yeah, look at that. If you like them cars with flames, there you go. Now, once again, let's remember that this is with the premium currency, so you can only get this by actually spending money. But man, does it have a lot of options? I think I'm gonna commit to... Should I go with this? No, I think I'm gonna go with this. Well, this one is kind of cool. This one is pretty cool. Oh man, it's difficult to decide. I like this too. This is more like what I would expect someone who drives this type of car go for. But anyway, let's go for that and let's continue driving. So like I was saying, I do find very, very interesting how rare this car became for a while. Now, I do believe that before all of the cars became token cars, you know, when you would still buy some cars for tokens, some cars for fusion coins and all of that, I think this car was available for tokens. But let's remember that tokens back in the day were like vouchers are now. They were premium only. You could only get tokens if you were spending money in the game. So at the time, I wasn't willing to spend tokens on this car because they're like, I'm not super interested on it. And yeah, that was the case. But eventually, once I started getting a lot more tokens, they became a common currency and whatnot. For some reason, this car was just never made available again. Very strangely, and like I said, at least for the last year or so that I've been collecting as pretty much every single car that I can without spending money in the game. Once I started becoming more of a collector of trying to get every single vehicle that I could in the game, that's when I realized, like, man, why is this car not available now? It's Class D. It's not like, whoa, it's a Class S car. And no. Just a Class D car. Why is it so rare? Though, again, in some way, I wish I was playing this at the very, very, very start of the multiplayer season to really see how competitive it is. Because right now it's giving me that impression that it's a pretty good car. But it only feels that way because I've been getting W after W. But I don't know if that says more about the car itself being good or that simply there's not a lot of very competitive players at this moment in the multiplayer series. Or I guess it could also be a little bit of both, but again, I don't get to know that, so oof, it's fine. But again, simply by having this car, man, it makes me so happy because I can't believe for how long this has dodged me. Huh? No pun intended, but it was kind of a punny. Funny. It was a pun. It was funny. It was a punny. Anyway, that's our first place, man. That's 4 W's in a row. That's crazy. And okay, there was never mind. I was gonna say there was a triple boosted car, but it's not fully upgraded, so oof. So as much as I like using these videos, the protest, to hopefully be a little bit of I don't know that assistance or guidance is the word, but you know, to try to make it so that people get to see the car and maybe help them make up their mind as to whether or not they should go for the car. In this case, it doesn't matter because it's a free car, just go for it. All you need to do is unlock all of the pages from the racing pass, and then you'll have access to unlock this car. You don't have to pay a dime, so hey, free car, it's always a nice thing. Now, whether or not you should upgrade it, obviously that is the more important question, but hey, that's up to you. So far, like I was saying, it seems to be considerably strong. Look, there's someone right behind me, and they did not out-accelerate me. Again, I don't know what car they're driving, but hey, at least this thing is definitely defending itself. And given the rank of 1321, you know, the maximum rank allowed in this bracket being 1322, it makes it into the gooder side of the bracket, you know, in theory. But you know that then again, the ranks in the game, they don't necessarily speak the whole thing. You know how some cars with lower ranks somehow outperform some much higher, well, no, some higher ranked cars, you know, that whole thing, like the Bentley, the Spamley, and all of that stuff, whatever, it's fine. The point that I'm trying to make is that at least rank-wise, this does hint towards being a good car in the bracket, but again, who knows? It's all a matter of actually playing with it in multiplayer. I'm really curious to see who is that guy behind me, rather, not who it is, but what car he was driving. Because again, it stayed close for a while, but I feel like he ran out of nitro at some point, and I was able to keep mine, and that's what made this huge gap to exist, because otherwise I think he would still be right behind my tail lights, my bumper. You know what I'm saying? It's fine. Oh my god, look at this. This is another first place, baby! Holy macaronis. That is impressive. Very, whoa! Okay, now there was some triple, including a Countach. Okay. And look at that! I just ranked up. Let's go, baby! All right. I think it is official. The Dodge Challenger SRT8 seems to be, at the very least, a decent car. Again, it's gonna be up to you if you want to upgrade it, but hey, unlock it, it's free, why not get it, right? Once again, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe, it helps the channel, it tells me that you want me to make more content like this, so go ahead. Once again, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, consider joining the membership. But that is all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!